UFC 301. Here's my predictions.
I see my haters proud of me now. When I'm around, it's all smiles. I took over my whole town.
UFC is back in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Fun card, champion headliner. Really, really exciting stuff. Here is some prelim fights I am really looking forward to. That close fight should be really, really fun. Can't wait to see how that one goes. Let's get right into these main card predictions. Kicking off the main card, we have Paul Bear Jew Craig versus Caio Borralho. Fun fight, real fun fight. I mean, Paul Craig is no newbie to being a mean underdog, which he is in this fight also. 2 wins over really, really high contenders, and 1 former champion, Jamal Hill, and another win over Magomed Ankalaev out of nowhere. He's always dangerous anywhere in the fight. Well, he's dangerous, very dangerous on the ground in any fight. But in this fight, I feel like Caio Borralho, this fight is made for him to get his ranking. It's one of those fights, and I feel like Caio Borralho is going to be able to do it with flying colors. And I am taking Caio Borralho second round finish, either knockout or submission, whatever one comes first. What do you guys think about that fight?
He's making Murray miss now. This is smart. This could be what's the contract.
Caio going for the finish, landing some big elbows in.
Next up, we have Michel Pereira versus Iho Poteria. Probably butchered that man's last name, but that is fine. Michel Pereira is riding a massive 7-fight winning streak, while his opponent is coming into this fight with a unanimous decision win over somebody else name I cannot pronounce. Here it is. I feel like the hardest part of this fight for Michel Pereira is going to be what he has to do today, and that's the weight cut. I feel like Michel Pereira is going to be able to cruise to this. Hopefully, if he doesn't get too out of his element and try to do some wacky stuff, and get himself extremely tired or anything like that, I feel like Pereira, however you say his name, Michel, is going to have a very, very dominant performance in his home country of Brazil. And I think this fight is not going to go the distance either. I am taking Michel first round knockout.
But Danny Roberts, to his credit, taking
Following that fight, we have a former light heavyweight title contender and Mr. Anthony Smith going against an undefeated prospect, 11-0, Victor Petrino. Probably butchered his last name too. I'm sorry, these names are kind of all over the place, and I watch the fights and they say it different ways, so I'm just going to say it the way I think it's supposed to be said. If it's not, let me know down in the comments. Anthony Smith said he is not going to be a stepping stone in this young Lion's career. I want to believe him. I do want to believe him. But what Khalil Roundtree did to that man took a lot of faith out of my opinion, from Anthony Smith being that top echelon dog. If you get what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I want to pick Anthony Smith. I just can't pick Anthony Smith. I'm taking the 11-0 Vitor to put on a show in his home country and for him to earn his top 15 ranking in the UFC light heavyweight division. Third round knockout. Anthony Smith is pretty durable. He just gets caught late and gets put out. But what do you guys think about this fight? This fight, I want it to be a good fight. I don't think it's going to be. I think Vitor gets him out of there. What do you guys think? Let me know.
No kicks, no punches to the body.
Vitor Petrino.
In the co-main event of the night, the King of Rio is back in Rio. You can't set it up much better than this. Probably be the main event if it was a fight night card, but it's not. And they have a Brazilian champion. Probably would have wanted to see that other Brazilian champion on here. But hey, no shade towards Pantoja. He's headlined his own card. But I am talking about Jonathan the Dragon Martinez versus Jose Aldo. Fun fight, fantastic fight. To be fair, Aldo is one of my favorite fighters ever. He kind of got me into watching MMA the way I do. I think it was the knee. I'll show the clip. It was the knee versus Chad Mendez that I was like, What is this? What am I watching? Roll the clip.
Still trying really hard to separate those hands. He briefly does, but Mendez reconnects him and he's free. Oh! That's it. Trying to finish it. Jose! Oh!
But Jonathan Martinez is going into this fight on a 6-fight win streak and having 2 wins via leg kick. Really, really impressive. While Jose Aldo is coming back off of a 1.5 or a year and some change off after losing a unanimous decision to Merab Dvalishvili. That lost his agent very, very well, as Merab is about to fight for the 135-pound strap. Whenever they decide to do that, that's when they'll do that. I'm going with my guy Jose Aldo. I don't think he's coming back just to play. I don't think he's coming back just to... This might be a one-off because he said he wants to go into boxing full-time, but I don't think he's going to let Jonathan Martinez put a stain on the legacy that he's had. He's one of the greatest 145-pounders to ever live. And I think Jose Aldo gets it done within the distance. And I am taking Jose Aldo by a 2nd-round knockout.
It's one thing to enjoy fight week and take it well. Big shot there from Aldo, and now he puts it together up top. Jose Aldo getting busy on the feet. Body shots.
Body shot.
Marcano is wobbled behind it, trying to hang in.
The knees in the
Knee up
face.
top. Jose Aldo turning back the clock.
What do you guys think about this? Let me know. In the main event of the night, the man this card was built around, we have Mr. Alexandre Pantoja versus Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg kind of got this title shot out of nowhere. He's ranked 10, but his knockout over Matt Schnell, which I could play a whole, matter of fact, I'm going to play it. There's a whole low light reel of Matt Schnell getting knocked out and clipped up, and here it is.
Rob front working the body. Oh, heavy shots there. I don't know what to keep him awake. Oh, he might be out. Rob fought with a massive stoppage win tonight in
Doing that exact move. Spiking themselves, but man, Sandoval shows just how tough he is. And he's out. He's out! Hammer knows if one shot lands that Pantoja. Oh, he's down! Is down. That's going to be the finish.
Frustrates his opponent, as I said earlier. Oh my God, this could be it. This could be it. Right hand. This is it.
that'll do it. Mateus sharpshooter all night. He's doing good now, but he's got to try to force some action in the pocket. That's where he's going to have this success.
But I will say Steve Erceg did look kind of the cleanest in my opinion. That left hook connected and it put him out cold pretty much. I feel like this fight could go one or two ways. One, Alexandre Pantoja shows why he's the champion and probably drags Steve Erceg in the deep rounds, and it looks a little like the Brandon Moreno fight. 2, Steve Erceg is a whole lot better on the feet than people are giving him credit for, and he catches Alexandre Pantoja clean and puts him out. He's never been finished before. Steve Erceg will have to pack a hell of a punch to knock him out. Deiveson Figueiredo couldn't knock that man out. And I think Deiveson Figueiredo is probably one of the hardest punchers under 145 pounds. It's going to take a hell of a shot or a very, very well-timed shot for Steve Erceg to raise that title in Brazil tomorrow. And I do not think he does it. He's also another fighter that I would love to see get a win tomorrow night. I just don't think Alexandre Pantoja is going to allow that to happen.
They start to try to clear it. Pantoja's starting to get under the neck here. Oh, it's getting tight. Oh, yeah, Pantoja's got under the neck here. Oh, this is tight. He's going to put him to sleep here, Paul Felder.
Home crowd. He's shown that he's had a chin. I mean, some of the shots that he was eating from Brandon Moreno is absolutely crazy, especially that second round. It's going to be a fun fight. I don't think Alexandre Pantoja goes in there and starches him. I don't think Steve Erceg goes in there and starches him, which I do believe that's his only way to win, is to go in there and start that man, Alexandre Pantoja. But Pantoja's chin is held up so far, and I don't think Steve Erceg, the Australian, is going to be the one to crack it. But I will say, I feel like this fight is going to be a fight of the year contender. I know it's kind of wild. But I do feel like that fight is going to have fireworks from every angle, every scramble, striking, all that good jazz. I feel like it's going to have it all. What do you guys think about this fight? How excited are you guys for it? I wish it wasn't a pay-per-view. I really don't want to pay for it. I'll probably go to a bar or something and watch it. But fun fights nonetheless. What do you guys got in the main event? Let me know down below. Like always, be good people. Peace.